place as we go uphill for the first time. And we now wait for the MZs. I don't think there'll be a big delay before we get these guys underway, because obviously they're the slower of the two bunches. That's the best way to describe it. And I'll quickly get these off the line and I'll hand over to you to tell us what's happening with the Ninjas back up where you are, my friend.
Yeah, we're 1, 2, 3 abreast on the run into Park
Andy Wales.
First time, and another 3 directly behind them. So there's multiple overtakes going on right there now.
Okay. Looks like it's going to be Alex Mann leading Andy Wales up towards Coppers for the first time then. And again, they disappear out of my sight. Number one machine back in the sharp end, where of course seems to belong. Today's championship being led though by Andy Wales on the 85 machine, so keep an eye on him. He's got a 22-point advantage over Alexander Mann for 5 rounds.
Yeah, and Alex Mann came through first in the NZ challenge with Andrew Wells directly behind him and closing up as they're going to the braking area into Park Corner.
Watching out for the Ninjas coming to the bottom of the mountain then, and that is Lucas King, I think, leading the way. Looks like one of the orange vests, certainly. Danny Huskins there in second, very distinctive on that pink bike with the pink leathers. And I think there's William Round there still in third. So pretty much as they started this race, as they disappear once again into the trees, we wait for the MZs.
The MZs. Andrew Wells gained a bit on the way down into Mansfield there on Alex Mann, and he's gained a little bit more onto the chicane after Mansfield, so I expect them to continue close together.
Never expect anything else from the MZs, mate, particularly at the sharp end, where they love to play those slips that have been games. I'll tell you what isn't particularly close, and that's the lead in the Ninjas, because the second and a half is the advantage for Lucas King as over Danny Huskins this early in the race. William Brown there is in third place, and Harry Barrell, Alfie Garrett, Harley Baker, Chloe Gleeson, and Solio Cowie, Bronson, McCarthy, Fabra, and Alex. Woodgate, Fulton, Everton, Lees, Egerton, forward, and right here now, is that could be a timing discrepancy. I didn't see him come across the line there, but I'm going to wait until the players catch up, because obviously if somebody's forgotten to charge their machine or something like that, that gives us problems as well. As South, Alex Mann leads the way in the MZs ahead of Andy Wells for half a second there. Caleb Wright in third, then it's Gordon Ryan, Chris Kent, John Ashmead, and McCormack Lewis. Who's that? Ray going down the order, and that was talking about as well, because Turner's as Boyle. So unfortunately, it looks like sides of them as the Ninjas are already through the bottom.
I think you might find Will Round has got past Hutchinson on the way up into Park Corner.
He's got a problem, I think, mate. You called that well. Hutchinson, I'm sure, has sort of hand in the air, because it looked as though he pulled out the way to let Harry Barrell through as well. I'm not quite sure if he's got into the pits, so keep an eye at the top there. No, he's still going, so I'm not quite sure what's going on there, but he's lost at least one, if not two places. So who's that going across the line? That's Bray going across the line there. So he's a long, long way back there. Not quite sure what happened to him. Maybe he started from pit lane at the top there or something. Anyway, it doesn't matter, because the leader is coming back towards me. That is Lucas King. He had a 7.5 lead the last time across the line. Now that gap has opened up 3.25 seconds. Harry Barrell does move into third. Round in second. Huskinson drops through place and loses 3. Alfie Garrett, Harley Baker, Chloe Gleeson, Solio Cowie, and the rest coming across runs and loses a couple of places. So sort of chopping and changing the minor places. But certainly leading the way. Lucas King's been the kid to beat, isn't he, really?
He is, mate. He's got 3.5 seconds on the second place man, who is Will Round, as I called earlier. He managed to make that move stick for those things, and he is gapping Huskinson behind him. It'll be interesting to see when they come round for this lap, to see whether it was being held up or not. But I think he's going to have to go some to be able to put some inroads into Lucas King's front-running position at the moment. As we come down to Mansfield, we've stuck a string out now. There's always a nice overtake. Baker going past Garrett, all the way down into Mansfield. We'll see if they make it out the other side okay, which they seem to have done so.
Once again, we'll keep a close eye on the lap records. Fastest man on the track at the moment is Lucas King with that 44.284. The time to beat in this particular class. I've got a feeling it does indeed belong to Max Hardy, and you're going to be in the 43.5. record. So 7/10 of a second away, not a million miles, but 4 years ago, believe it or not, I'm sure Max Hardy was a lot shorter. He was still very tall for a 14-year-old or whatever he was, but 44.0 though. So I tell you what, he's having a good go at this. Only a 1.5 second there's Lucas King. Really impressive stuff in there. The
That explains why he's running so fast, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
so far away at the front here at the moment.
Absolutely fastest first sector that time around, but he's the fastest first and second time. So there's a little bit more time in there. So the 43 is most definitely on the cards there. Let's see what he can do. And Sully goes past on Gleeson that time. Alexander Man getting used to this bike because it is a new bike to him. He goes past McCarthy and Brunson as well. Trying to give back Alex will be pleased to hear seniors. We are at 33 seniors, so probably only going to be the winner who gets a medal. And right now that looks like it's going to go the way of Danny Huskinson. And B2 shows up, can't you, Rick?
Indeed, mate. Got to be whoever's out there, as we were saying earlier on.
Right, the lap record in the MZs is a 47. Again, as been said by another remarkable rider, Dean Stimson. Dean's one of those guys who you do genuinely wonder if he'd had the brakes over the years, he possibly could have gone a little bit further with that. Very good
fast
career.
riding. Yet I think he's getting another YPM, I believe.
He was a YPM, I think he was a champion, wasn't he?
Yes,
if I remember
right.
rightly. Yeah, indeed, a YPM champion. In his past as well, so loves his two-stroke, YPM champion, and of course an MZ champion as well. So smoking two-strokes, there's not many people hold a candle to Dean. In fact, one of the best races I ever saw was between Dean Stimson and Alton Park. Who's the riding instructor, the one who won the Macau Grand Prix in the 90s? I forget his name. That's going to annoy me. Spike Edwards, there we go. Spike Edwards, an amazing race. I think it was about 8 laps of Alton Park, and those two are not separated.
Yeah, I've seen the footage.
It was a proper race. That was one of the most exciting races I've ever caught, those two. And to be fair, they both know how to ride a bike extremely well. And I think you showed the class of Dean Stimson that you can take the fight to Spike. And Spike's got a good little track record behind him.
Well, 4-time British 400 champion.
Yeah, exactly. Macau Grand Prix on your CV doesn't look too shabby either, does it? Right, 6 laps to go, in this race, and we're 4 laps into it, which is Lucas King leading. Brown, Barrel, Huskinson, Garrett, Baker, Sonu, Gleeson, Cowie, Mann, McCarthy, Brunson, Raver, Higgins, Wingate, Watson, and Lees. Here come the MZs then, and once again, Alex Mann benefit as he comes across the line. Looks like he's broken that toe to Andy Wales, and he's got around it. Yeah, got about a second, which in MZ terms is a pretty long way. It's a long
Well, especially with these two.
yeah, exactly.
Championship winners.
You can usually move the decimal point along a bit, can't you?
Yeah.
Ryan and Wright come across the line there, separated by 3rd place. So Gordon and Caleb having a good little scrap there. Separated as they are by half a second as they discuss the 3rd medal that is on the table there. Chris Kent is another man who's won races in the past. Unfortunately, he's a little bit off the pace, as is John Ashmead at the moment. Our side, I think we're going across the top of the mountain there now. There we go, King around separating those two. Barrel 2.5 seconds back. Then Huskinson is 0.37 seconds back. I do wonder if Danny's got a bit of an issue. Fastest lap for him is a 45.7. There's a 46.3 that time. So not too far off his best, but not as quick as he was last time out. The one I'm really surprised about is Bray, though. Clearly he has got some sort of issue because he was taking the fight to the youngsters at the last round at Donington. Baker goes past on Garrett as well. That's a battle for juniors, and that's 4th over 5th there. Baker, if he wants to pick up a backside, because Barrel is quite a few seconds up the road, and we are, of course, on the last lap because you can see the flag fluttering down there at the bottom of the circuit. Evans goes past on Raver, and that's another minor battle in the juniors. Goes past on Wingate as well, so probably not having one of the better days at the track either. Okay, wait for the MZs to come back around once more. See if Wales and swap places. And over Yes, sorry, it was Wales scored because we lost Andy Wales somewhere, mate. Sorry, just noticed that. Realised I was looking for 2 bikes to come across the line. It was 1, and I totally missed it. So unfortunately, Andy Wales is tumbling down the order, and I'm guessing out of the race. So if Alex Mann stays where he is, looks like South Alex is going to take the lead in the championship here. Lucas King, though, takes the win in fine style, comes across the line, both hands, punching the air in victory. 44.0 is his best lap, so not too shabby whatsoever. We're waiting for William Round to come across the line to claim the silver medal. That he duly does. 2.5 seconds behind him, it's Harry Barrell who picks up the third, and Alfie Garrett. Harley Baker is up next. As Danny Huskinson also takes the time to tumble down the order there, so I'm not quite sure what's happened to Danny. We are picking up his transponder, so it's not a transponder issue. Sounds like we might have a couple of people who are going to need a little bit of a lift. The old man of shame there, I think, mate.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything with Andrew Wales over this side of the circuit. Where exactly he's missing.
Well, the trouble is, of course, we can't see a lot of the circuit, obviously. If they're down at Mansfield, you don't get to see them on high. Obviously, up in Charlie's one, we can't see across the mountain, bottom of the mountain. It's also hard to see. As you well know, there's lots of places to fall off or things to break down here at Cavell Park, isn't there?
And the other difficulty with this week's class is you get the little class.
No, that is so the truth, mate. Right, Alex Mann does indeed come across the line to claim the win. Well done, Alex. Wait for the rest of the MZs to come across the line, because obviously now that battle is second. Third, it's going to be a battle for second. And that is the number 13 machine who's next across the line. Unlucky Massap. Ryan this particular time, and Caleb Wright, well, he's used to picking up the pieces when other people tumble ahead of him, and this time he picks up a bronze medal for his trouble. Oh, good little battle all the way to the line there for the next position, as Kent and Ashmead come across the line, separated by 0.02 of a second. Goes the way of Kent, with Bray there just behind them as well.